This is the fourth affidavit of noncompliance, which is a 90-day fine in the amount of $9,020.
You understand this is not about the original case, just whether or not there were still substantially similar conditions on the date that Ms. Leonard went out there.
The property has been cleaned up. From what I understand, we're just talking about this one specific day, though? That the notice of noncompliance was mailed to an old address?
And liens in that amount the county might actually foreclose on. For 2248 Starlight Lane. Oh, it's in there. It's in the big package.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, sir?
My name is Patrick Sotilli. I'm here representing the owner. She's out of town.
How do you spell your last name, Patrick?
Sottile.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let Officer Leonard go ahead and speak first, give me an update on the case, and then we'll hear from you, Mr. Sotilli.
Rhonda Leonard, Certified Code Compliance Officer, Charlotte County. The property address is 2248 Starlight Lane. The owner of the property is Hag Investments, LLC. The case was heard before the magistrate on September 6, 2017 for the violations of junk conditions and prohibited uses. I re-inspected property on April 24th and found the violations substantially still existed. This is the fourth affidavit of noncompliance, which is a 90-day fine in the amount of $9,020. This was originally scheduled for August and was continued at the request of the property manager because she was going to be out of town.
Leonard, what was I'm looking at the original violation. It was for prohibited uses. What was the prohibited use?
The junk conditions.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Sotelli, you understand, you've been here, you were here early, so you've been watching. You understand this is not about the original case, just whether or not there were still substantially similar conditions on the date that Ms. Leonard went out there, which from the photos of the original violation to today look very similar to me. Do you have anything additional to add?
I have a document that the owner asked me to present, which is a history of the case. Okay. She was notified of mailed noncompliance on a certain date.
Okay, do you need this back?
No, sir.
Okay. So then we're going to enter this as Respondent's Exhibit 1.
That the notice of noncompliance was mailed to an old address. The property has been cleaned up. From what I understand, we're just talking about this one specific day, though?
Correct.
As far as the notice not going to the correct address, we go by what is on the property appraiser records, of which I have advised them to update their information.
Second, Mr. Tilly, I'm just taking a look at the case file. Well, property's getting better, but it still has similar issues.
I understand what you're saying about that day. I was by there the other day and took some pictures, and all of this is gone now. But
and hopefully it won't be a continuing issue. Unfortunately, for the property owner, the issue of where the county sends a notice is set out by state law. And so they're required to send it to the same place that the taxes are paid. So
taxes are paid online, from what I understand from her notes. I don't know if that makes a difference.
correct, but you may, while the owner may getting an email and paying their taxes online, there's a address which is listed by the property owner in the property appraiser's records is where mailed notices go. And unfortunately, that's where the county is required to send the notice. They're not clairvoyant. They don't know where somebody's address might be. So it looks like a lot of this might have been resolved had it not been for that issue. Now, the affidavit of noncompliance, the fine the county's asking for is $9,000.20. What's the basis of that?
It's a 90-day fine. The previous affidavit was for January 2nd and 10th. I believe that was just a one-day fine. And then in April, 90 days later, when I went back, the debris was still there, so it was a 90-day fine.
Now, you'll want to talk to the owner about coming in and seeking mitigation of that fine, because that's a pretty substantial fine, but I don't see any reason not to grant it to the county. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in the order.
I have spoken with her concerning the lien reduction program.
Okay.
But I've also advised her it has to be 100% in compliance. Right now, they have a trailer in the front yard. I drove by yesterday. It was sitting on the front lawn full of yard waste. There was something in the backyard that was just kind of laying there. It looked like maybe a tent of some sort that had collapsed.
Yeah, let me, Mr. Sotilli, make sure you express to the property owner the issue. This is not, the county's goal is compliance. It's not to be punitive. The fact that she's racking up fines of $9,000 plus and liens in that amount, the county might actually foreclose on. It's simply not worth it, but the whole purpose of that is to get compliance. And she can come in, the county has a lien mitigation program. Once the property is in compliance fully, they will reduce that fine to a very small amount. But until compliance is gathered, they will just continue to rack up the fines on the property.
So she needs to get it in compliance and then come in for a lien compliance,
A lien mitigation.
lien mitigation. She knows where to do that, I assume.
It's a lien reduction program. It's online, or you can speak with Rhonda about it, or she can speak with Rhonda about it.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Leonard may explain it to her, but what I'm telling you is you make sure to pass that message along too so she understands that
Absolutely.
this is important. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sotilli.
Thank you very much.